assigned this assignment, I thought, what could I speak about that I'm passionate about? And then it came to me, why not speak about maintaining same-sex laws? Or in other words, why not speak about fighting for someone else's rights? Colin Powell, former Secretary of State, quoted, "I know a lot of friends who are in gay partnerships with loved ones, and they are as stable a family as my family is. I do not see any reason not to say they should be able to get married." I know I personally can agree with Colin Powell's quote because in my family alone, I can name about 5 individuals off the top of my head who are in gay partnerships with loved ones. And I know many of you can also relate and at least know of someone personally or know of someone who is in a gay partnership with loved ones. In today's society, a common problem has risen to the forefront. What problem, you ask? Donald Trump wants to overturn the Supreme Court's decision to legalize same-sex marriage. Along with that, we also have hate crimes, which have become more common in today's day and age. Throughout this presentation, I will be speaking about the causes of these two problems, the solutions I have to overcome them, and oppositions others may have against it. Journalist Quentin Fertrell quoted, "Before winning the president election, Donald Trump had said he would strongly consider overturning the Supreme Court's decision to give same-sex couples the right to marry." This was quoted on MarketWatch.com on November 11, 2016. Hyam Park and Lauren M. also quoted, "Even before the shooting rampage at a gay nightclub in Orlando, Florida, lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people were already the most likely targets of hate crimes in America, according to an analysis of data collected by the Federal Bureau of Investigation." This is quoted in an article titled, "LGBT people are more likely to be targets of hate crimes than any other group," in the New York Times on June 16, 2016. With these two quotes, you may be asking, why would someone want to take away someone else's rights? And why would someone want to target someone due to their sexual orientation? Well, in fact, the answer to these are the same. Back in the day, same-sex relationships were something that were frowned upon and often kept in the dark. Same-sex marriage was something that wasn't even thought of. As far as moral beliefs, although we have come a long way, we still have a long way to go. Many religions still do not accept same-sex marriage relationships, let alone marriages. And childhood factors back into history. I believe that the original beliefs are based on history and passed down through generations, and that is how children are taught to love or hate same-sex marriages throughout their childhood. How do we maintain same-sex marriage laws? In order to maintain the Supreme Court's decision law that was enacted on June 16, 2015, we can do 3 things. We can change freedom of speech laws so that people cannot openly express hatred based off of sexual orientation. We can also double fines against hate crimes because the current fine is not doing the job. Third, we can also offer locations for individuals trying to cope with same-sex marriage. There's a lot of places to go for individuals who are in the LGBT community who are in same-sex relationships, but when the shoe is on the other foot, there's not many places that an individual can go if they're looking to deal with seeing same-sex couples and dealing with seeing same-sex marriages. I believe if we can offer these locations, it would overall reduce hate crime rates and bring a better union to the community. Journalist Lee Tring quoted, "Under federal law, U.S. Code Section 249 defines a hate crime as a willfully causing bodily injury to any person or attempting to cause bodily injury to any person because of the actual or perceived race, color, religion, or national origin of any person. Normally, the punishment for a hate crime is a maximum of 10 years. However, if a hate crime has resulted in death, then the penalty can be any length of time, up to prison." This was quoted in an article titled, "What are the penalties of a hate crime?" on FindLaw.com on July 9, 2015. The funny thing about this quote is that the federal law states nothing about sexual orientation, when the state law does. However, the state law's penalty is only a $5,000 fee and a maximum of up to 300 community service hours. I believe we should double state laws against hate crimes to $10,000 and up to 600 hours of community service. And we should also add sexual orientation to the list under federal laws. This way, criminals who commit the act are held to a much higher regard. If we can do that, overall, we can maintain same-sex laws, and same-sex couples can continue to receive the benefits of adoption rights, joint property rights, death and taxes, government benefits, and immigration. Immigration is huge because now those in same-sex relationships can now become citizens of America through marriage. Some may oppose maintaining same-sex marriage laws and say, well, same-sex couples cannot produce a child. Or some may say, same-sex couples shouldn't be able to get married because they lack having one of the opposite sex. Some may even say same-sex couples should not be able to get married because it's not a real marriage, because they define real marriage as a covenant between a man and a woman. However, none of these are facts. All of these are opinions. According to a study in Helen A. C's management of the infertile women, women ages 20 to 24 have an 86% chance of conceiving within a year. Women ages 30 to 34 have a 63% chance. The chances of women of all those ages becoming pregnant after trying for 2 years, however, leaps up to 90 to 94%. While all these percentages are very high, none of them are 100%. The reason this quote is very important because this quote tells you that even though a man and a woman can get married, they don't have a 100% chance of producing a child. So they are now in the same boat as same-sex couples. Who are we to tell same-sex couples they cannot get married because they cannot produce a child, if even those who are in a marriage cannot 100% produce a child? In conclusion, although Trump wants to overturn same-sex marriage and hate crimes have risen, I believe we can overcome these if we as a community come together and fight to double fines, offer locations for individuals to go, and also help change the freedom of speech laws.